Hello, thanks for joining me for today's Lunch and Learn. I'm Keith Armour, the Adult Learning and Literacy Manager. It's a new year, 2024, and a lot of times people think of resolutions or goals that they'd like to accomplish. Well, the library's here to help you with maybe two goals: saving money and learning something new. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, we've arrived at our website, chpl.org. How can the library save you money? Well, with your library card, we're going to go right here. You can have access to some museums and attractions using your library card. We'll make sure that you have a link for this, but this is called our Discovery Pass, and there's a whole system on reserving and downloading and printing off different things and learning all sorts of things about the Discovery Pass. You could go to the American Sign Museum, the Cincinnati Art Museum special exhibits, because they already have free admission, and that's a great place to go on a cold winter's day. But if they have special exhibits, you can use our Discovery Pass to access those. Also, the Cincinnati Museum Center, the great parks of Hamilton County. Parks are wonderful to visit all year round, not just during the summer. The Harriet Beecher Stowe House, and of course Pyramid Hill Sculpture Park and Museum. So definitely check out the Discovery Pass that's offered through the library. The other thing we can always do is check out our events page. You go right here to click on events, and you can see there's just a whole bunch of events. Look at that, 4,962 events that are happening at the library. Now you can search by location. You could search by audience. You could look at the event types that we have. I mean, if we were looking at arts and crafts, there's 281 arts and crafts activities that are out there that are totally free with your library card. Also, you've got crafts and DIY. That's 403 different ones as well. We also have games and gaming. That's 445 events. And then all of these other categories that are here too. Remember, those are all free events that you can have just by walking into our library. Now, the other thing I want to do when it comes to free things, and that is, don't forget about our wonderful selection of books and media. We have millions of copies of books that you can have sent to your location. You can drop them off at any of our locations as well. We have movies and TV. You can get a lot of DVDs. You can place those on holds as well. You can even do hot tickets or hot authors. If you have a particular author that you really like or a movie that you really want to see, you can check those out. It saves a lot. And don't forget about our streaming services. So I'm going to click here on Stream and Download. You can stream. There's no reason to pay for Audible, anything like that, because Libby has you covered. We have a huge selection of ebooks and audiobooks, magazines, and even read-along books as well. We can stream music totally for free. There's a lot of different magazines that are also on Flipster as well as on Libby. And then one of my personal favorites is Canopy. Canopy has over 3,000 free movies, documentaries, foreign films, and indie and classics. And I'm telling you, it's a great selection of things to do. And don't forget, if you ever want to come to the library and print, if you need to print, there's no reason to have a printer at home, because you can just come to one of our 41 locations and you can print up to 20 copies totally for free. Now, we're talking about learning something, and I always like to learn something new, especially in the new year. And one place that I like to do is go right here to research databases. And right under here is lifelong learning. Lifelong learning, you could learn a language. So if I click here, I could learn some American Sign Language. I could do transparent languages online. Over 100 languages that you can learn just by using your library card. The online classes, there is Creative Bug, and there will be a special class on Creative Bug next week if you want to sign up for that. Hobbies and crafts, great time to be indoors and do some of your favorite hobbies and crafts. LinkedIn Learning is a wonderful opportunity to learn all sorts of different ways about business and also technology as well. If you're not really great in technology, North Star Digital Literacy is there for you. And then one of my personal favorites is Universal Class. I'm going to click right here. Universal Class is just wonderful. It has over 500, well, now it says 600 plus classes, and over 1 million students participate, and it's very easy to sign in. There's some of the access to some of the hundreds of online classes that are here. Google Slides, you can learn about the Vietnam War, community development, all sorts, but look at all of the different categories that are down here, from accounting to web development to psychology to history to computer training, all of them there just a click away. It is a great way to access materials and to learn something new during this holiday season. The one more thing that I do want to point out is that we have a bunch of classes that go on at the public library, and the one way that you can search it, of course, is going to events again and going to all events. And once you get there, you can look at your event type, but if you're looking for something for adults, you just click there. That's adult education. And then you can see, I love it, explore all the events. The calendar is messing up on me a little bit here. The adult education, I'm going to click that again. There we go. You can do career online stuff right here. So I need a resume. You could do exploring colors, zine making, ESOL, even classes on U.S. citizenship. If you want to try stand-up comedy, Creative Bug, that's the class I was talking about just a moment ago. Virtual cover letter. There's all sorts of different classes. Here's a class on composting and rainwater harvesting basics. That's happening at Westwood. But there's all sorts of different classes and different events that you can definitely check out at your public library. All right, I'm going to click out and tell you one or two more things.
All right, 2024. Your goals might be saving money. Well, you can definitely do it by having a library card. Check out one of the millions of items that we have: books, DVDs, ebooks, e-audio. You can use Canopy to stream to a device, movies, and TV shows. And of course, use our Discovery Pass to check out different institutions across the county. Now, also, don't forget to check out a class, either learn something new with the Adult Learning Center or one of the different classes that are happening at one of our 41 locations. I'll see you next time for another Lunch and Learn. Bye-bye.